In addition to assessing ourselves, crisis resource management requires that we understand what makes the physical environment safe for you. That's why the second principle of preparation is to monitor your surroundings. Like it or not, outcomes are going to be impacted by the where, perhaps even more so than the who. Think about these potential scenarios. Would you rather have a heart attack and collapse in a room filled with cardiologists or fourth graders? How would outcomes change if you collapsed in a football stadium or in an airplane or in a car? In this unit, we'll describe how the physical environment and available resources can impact individual and team performance in a crisis. Some teams train specifically for hostile environments, such as firefighters rushing into burning buildings. But even teams who are used to performing in austere environments can be impacted by changes in temperature, lighting, and smell, especially when managing the unexpected. The physical environment can be further divided into structural items and ambient features. Structural items include walls, pillars, furniture, and dimensions of space. Ambient features include lighting, noise level, temperature, and smells. When you walk into an unfamiliar crisis, scan the room and systematically become familiar with each of these elements to help you prepare for what's ahead. The first rule of engaging in the physical environment is to assess the scene for safety. Pay attention to your senses. Each crisis participant should know their criteria and threshold for a no-go. For example, if patients are brought in from a chemical attack, you must first decontaminate the patients before you can start treating them. Otherwise, you'll become a victim yourself. While preventing a chemical attack may not be a controllable factor for frontline crisis management, organizing a trauma room that looks like this is something we can control. Modifiable environmental factors, such as the organization of supplies, turning on the lights, and adjusting the height of a patient's stretcher to perform a procedure, can help us prepare for a crisis. Watch how this could play out.
Looks like they had a rough night. I'm going to straighten up a bit. You never know what's coming in next. I'll meet you for our morning huddle in a few minutes.
Sounds good. Thank you. Hey, before you go, did you see the assignments? Who's running trauma team today?
You are. We have a lean team for the holidays, so hopefully won't be too busy.
Trauma confirmed. See you soon.
Awareness of our physical surroundings during a crisis is essential because a crisis situation is complex and dynamic. It's constantly changing. We don't work in a linear world that's explained by simple cause and effect. Very simply, even if we perfectly understood the individual parts of a crisis, we still would not be able to understand the crisis as a whole. This is because we work in what's called a complex, adaptive environment. Teams must come together, often at a moment's notice, and work together to overcome the physical, psychosocial, and individual obstacles that can impede performance. The elements of a crisis are unpredictable and unplanned. These elements are in a dynamic flux, reacting to each other and influencing behavior. The interactions of these reactions form patterns that feed back into the system. This complex adaptive system is characterized by multiple simultaneous feedback loops. One element of the environment can impact another, and that in turn can feed back to an original trigger. Often, this appears like chaos.